Cd30, Life Coaching with Beat. The Sacred Council, 30 out of 32. The guiding force of Beat. Beat, the guiding force of rhythm and vibrations. Realize that what you are, you will attract or repel. I am Beat, and in charge of all rhythms and vibrations in creation. Ever thought why certain types of people are around you? What is it that attracts you to them and them to you? What draws you to certain places, clothes, houses, and even food? Why is it that you get all the time confronted with similar problems? Quote, "Rhythm is the basis of life, not steady forward progress. The forces of creation, destruction, and preservation have a whirling dynamic interaction." The Kabbalah. End of quote. All of this has to do with an energy vibration that you have become, being a result of all your past, what you thought, said, ate, and did. Each thought, word, food item, and every action and reaction in your life has an individual rhythm and vibration. And the sum total of all of them is your personal energy vibration for the moment. Your personal ID, so to say. All these individual vibrations either attract similar vibrations or they repel each other, and so is it with the same with your sum total. That's why you attract certain people around you who have similar vibrations. But each town, country, has also a certain vibration, which is the sum total of all the people within and all their habits, thoughts, and actions. All of this you could visualize as a magnet, attracting or repelling each other. This is the dance of energies and rhythms. Quote, "Everything has rhythm, everything dances." Maya Angelou, end of quote. So you can either experiment with the negative rhythms and vibrations and attract negative rhythms and vibrations to you in the form of people, places, things, and events, or you experiment and play with the positive rhythms and vibrations and attract positive rhythms and vibrations to you in the form of people, places, things, and events. Quote, "All life is an experiment." Ralph Waldo Emerson, end of quote. Cool, is it not? Mostly without realizing its deeper meaning, you see things and people attracting or repulsing each other. I will keep you aware that you will attract those vibrations that are within you. So you either attract gentle, loving, magical, and harmonious things, circumstances, and positive people, or you attract the negative and struggle in every aspect of your life, all being a result of what you think, do, and eat. Quote, "What you are comes to you." Ralph Waldo Emerson, end of quote. When you want a different life experience regarding your own magnet in your life, it is not changing just one aspect, but many, so that the sum total of all vibrations changes. It is for that reason, when you want to lose weight, when you want to get fit, or really want to get rid of all your signs and symptoms regarding disease, seeking a change in your relationship or business, that you cannot be successful by changing one or two things. You must address as many aspects as possible to see the change you would like to see. Quote, "Successful people make money. It is not that people who make money become successful, but that successful people attract money. They bring success to what they do." Wayne Dyer, end of quote. Why is it that people speaking the same language are attracted to each other? Why is it that people in the same profession are attracted to each other? Why is it that certain people are attracted to the same food? Why is it when you feel happy that happy people show up around you? Why is it when you feel down that everybody seems to be down? Simply because they attract each other like a magnet. Learn another language and see what happens. Study for another profession and see what happens. Do some research on organic and raw foods and see your habits change. Start eating more healthy foods and see what happens. Stay positive and see what happens. Become more aware and see what happens. Hang around positive and conscious people and see what happens. Quote, "We must let go of the life we have planned so as to accept the one that is waiting for us." Joseph Campbell, end of quote. In general, you stay moving around the familiar, but when you start experience negative effects and find yourself complaining and living in misery, it might be wise to integrate or do something new. Quote, "Man can learn nothing except by going from the known to the unknown." Claude Bernard, end of quote. When you want to experience something not from your world, you can connect to the energy vibration of Kandu, the creator of all. This energy is within you and inside everything in creation. It is the rhythm or heartbeat of life. Quote, "In silence, one can receive more because all one's activities become concentrated at one point. There is only one real rhythm. In silence, you hear it. When you live to the rhythms of this silence, you become it. Slowly, everything you do to it." Mother Mirror, end of quote. Beat. Knowing me and knowing what to do with me. Let's see how you unnecessarily struggle with my force in various aspects of your life. How you could change your perspective and even make some practical changes. There are endless words that can be connected to any subject, and each subject can have many books, because each subject can be approached from various perspectives and angles. Most important is not to forget that all that is said or written is merely an opinion, a truth and not the truth, because the spoken and written word is part of the creative world, created in opposites, constantly changing and bound to time. And there is always more that can be said or written about any subject. Regarding me and the Sacred Council members talking about any subject, know that this understanding applies to that information as well. The information is from our particular point of view and brought to you through the world of visionary and mystical fiction. But hopefully it contributes to your life and assists you to experience life in a more conscious, mystical, and magical way. By hearing or reading this information, you come to the conclusion that you know this already, and you do, because this is part of your universal and spiritual inheritance. And often, we just need one word or a sentence that inspires and motivates us to do things different, or to think about a certain subject from a different perspective. Dealing with your real self, the soul. In regards to spiritual living, know that the sum total of all you brought with you into your life and all your experiences from the things you thought, learned, ate, saw, smelled during your life made you what you are today. Everything is and has an energy vibration, and thus the sum total of all these vibrations is you as a vibration. Your personal energy vibration or rhythm will keep you connected to similar energy vibrations, like a magnet that attracts or repels. Quote, "We are like magnets, like attract like. You become and attract what you think." Quotes from The Secret, end of quote. Through your spiritual practice and being in contact with Kandu the Creator and your spiritual mentor, your old energy vibrations get burned away and you become slowly another being. While going through this process, be on guard to not want to go back to the old you and even assist in the burning process by letting go of the old you and all the attachments. Dealing with your mind. In regards to managing and dealing with your mind, know that the sum total of all you brought with you into your life and all your experiences from the things you thought and learned and ate and saw and smelled during your life made you what you are today. Everything is and has an energy vibration, and the sum total of all these vibrations is you as a vibration. Your personal energy vibration or rhythm will keep you connected to similar energy vibrations, like a magnet that attracts or repels. So you either attract gentle and loving, magical and harmonious things, circumstances and positive people, or you attract the negative and struggle in every aspect of your life, all being a result of what you think, do, eat, and eat. Whoever possesses God in their being has Him in a divine manner, and He shines out to them in all things. For them all things taste of God, and in all things it is God's image that they see. Meister Eckhart. End of quote. Dealing with your body. In regards to dealing with your physical body, know that each cell of your body, each body system and organ has its own individual rhythm and vibration. In addition, each rhythm and vibration is a result of your inheritance and of course everything you thought, said, ate and did. Sometimes there are disturbances in those rhythms and vibrations caused by yourself or any other influence, expressing themselves on a specific organ, system, or the weakest organ or system. When you want to keep an harmonious and healthy rhythm going, you must address the body from each angle, from what you think, say, eat, and do. When the sum total of positive tips the scale, you will experience health and harmony, which you most likely do not achieve by addressing one organ or one system out of balance, nor by addressing it from one angle or in one aspect. You try often to ease the easy way out, but it doesn't work this way, especially when you seek to experience a different relationship with your body. Also, do not forget that the sum total of your rhythms and vibrations attracts others with a similar composition. Quote, "The secret of attraction is to love yourself. Attractive people neither judge themselves nor others. They are open to gestures of love. They think about love and express their love in every action. They know that love is not a mere sentiment, but the ultimate truth at the heart of the universe." Deepak Chopra. End of quote. Dealing with communication. In regards to communication, know that each letter and word has a special vibration. The way you speak will, for that reason, either attract or repel others. There is also a certain rhythm and vibration to using letters and words that create sentences and a conversation. A good conversation is for that reason as good as listening to good music that relaxes and uplifts you in any down energy. Quote, "Think of it in terms of vibration. It is easy to understand that language, the spoken word, has a vibration. Well, written words also have a vibration. Anything in existence has a vibration." Masaru Emoto. End of quote. Dealing with food. In regards to dealing with nutrition, do you realize that the sum total of everything you went through in the past and which made you who are you today attracts you to certain foods? When you have lived and are still living a low-quality lifestyle with lots of stress, destructive habits, and unclean thoughts, it automatically draws you to low-quality foods, and this includes fast foods. When you live the rich man's life, which is a lot of focusing on appearance, name and fame, connected things, you will be attracted to high-end dining, where mostly the main focus of the cook and food items is not geared towards optimum health, but more for the show and the presentation. When your life is about climbing the ladder of consciousness, you will, according to that consciousness, choose for certain ways of eating that is connected to being more consciousness about health, well-being, and the well-being of others, other creatures, and the planet. Fear has to do a lot with the way you eat, because you trying to be in control is already based on fear. Fear attracts fear, related diets, and is as well connected to the consuming of animals and things that contain animal substances, because the animal lives in the kingdom of fear, and by doing so you consume fear by eating animals, and you will be consumed by that fear. This is the law of attraction, and you are like magnets, attracting that what you are. Remember that it is about the sum total of your life that will result in a real and long-term change. The more you care in all aspects of your life, the more care you give to your food, and that food and the people who really take care of you, you will attract that and they will come into your life. Realize as well that each food item, meal, or place where you consume your meals has also an energy vibration that either contributes to your health and well-being or not. Just think about the healthy energy vibrations of food that come from a peaceful place in nature, of foods that are artificially produced and gone through all kinds of processes. Just start your lifestyle changing adventure and see what happens. Quote, "It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that they are difficult." Seneca. End of quote. Dealing with staying fit. In regards to fitness, do you realize that the level of sensitive care you have for your health or not attracts you to certain ways of doing fitness activities? When you are delicate with the thoughts, foods, and deeds, you will be taking a sensitive approach in fitness. You will be gentle but determined. When you, however, are not sensitive with your thoughts, foods, and actions, you will most likely choose for too intense and destructive fitness programs. Is it about punishing your body or bringing it health, vitality, and longevity? Quote, "Our attitude towards life determines life's attitude towards us." John N. Mitchell. End of quote. Dealing with your life partner. In regards to your relationship, know that you are like magnets, repelling or attracting each other, which is the sum total of everything that happened in the past, your inheritance, all your thoughts, words, and deeds. Everything in creation has a rhythm and vibration. Call it positive and negative, energetic or not energetic, healthy or unhealthy, and by being busy with the things of creation, they become part of you. Just think about each country or city you visit. It is the sum total of all those living in there that makes that place unique, and you are either attracted to it or not, which is nothing more than the sum total, the sum total being similar or not. Changing your relationship is changing on all levels, because it is the sum total that makes it what it is. Quote, "Whatever relationships you have attracted in your life at this moment are precisely the ones you need in your life at this moment. There is a hidden meaning behind all events, and this hidden meaning is serving your own evolution." Deepak Chopra. End of quote. Dealing with your children. In regards to parenting, know that children have a special rhythm and vibration that is still close to the natural rhythms and vibrations of nature, and it would be advisable to observe them in detail and learn from them. It could help you to get back to some natural rhythms which you constantly disturb, such as prolonging the day too long in the evening and not getting sufficient rest. Children do not need sleeping tablets, nor do they need a stimulus from the outside to enjoy life. This joy comes from within them. They play and dance in and with life. Quote, "If you like to see you move with a rhythm, I like to see when you're dancing from within." Bob Marley. End of quote. Dealing with preserving the planet. In regards to taking care of the planet Earth, you do not live in and with the natural rhythms of nature, and you have interfered with them. You have become artificial beings and you have created an artificial environment. You attracted and created what you are. All of this is the sum total of all your actions in the past, and in order to change things around, you must get back to and with nature on all aspects, and possibly things will turn around again. Quote, "Advice is judged by result, not by intentions." Marcus Tullius Cicero. End of quote. Dealing with the teenage years. In regards to the teenage years, do you realize that during the teenage years a lot of internal physical changes are taking place, which can be very confusing and calling up confusing behaviors? You start sensing and experience vibrations from within your body which are new to you. They are part of this stage in your life, but when nobody explains you these changes, that you are starting to discover you as a different person, different from your parents, and that your hormones are changing and you are looking for new experiences, it could end up in a lot of struggle. Often, heavy music vibrations and aggressive behavior are a result. When you have parents that recognize and accept these changes, they will be able to help you with these transitions and changes. Anger and violence do not work. Quote, "Neither prosperity nor empire nor heaven can be worth winning at the price of a virulent temper." George Santayana. End of quote. Realize that you attract that what you are. So you either attract easier times and situations or difficult ones. All of this is the sum total of all you ever thought, said and did, and possibly some changes are required on all levels, on how you think, speak, eat, and do things. Start this process, or your children in the future will act the same as you are acting now. Change it now and you change the future. Dealing with getting older. In regards to dealing with getting older, do you realize that getting older invites you to a slower rhythm of life? When you do not take this opportunity, you will keep on continuing as it was and wearing yourself out prematurely. At different times in your life, the adventure of life offers you different rhythms. Different activities have different rhythms, and certain activities belong to a certain time in your life, and for that reason, life is an ongoing adventure. But you often want to keep on doing the same activities and even with the same intensity your entire life, and also causing injuries and unnecessary frustration. Quote, "A continuous stream of events, a flow. I am involved with it all, yet I cling to none of it. It is what it is, no big deal." Ramdas. End of quote. Dealing with stress. In regards to dealing with stress, know that the negative stress you experience is the sum total of many stresses. Some you cannot do too much about, such as dealing with deadlines at work, but the stress is caused by fast eating, hanging too long on the TV, unhealthy habits are directly in your control. When you lower these negative vibrations, you probably have enough energy to deal with those stresses you have to deal with anyway. Quote, "The pessimist complains about the wind. The optimist expects it to change. The realist adjusts the sails. William Arthur Ward. End of quote. Dealing with weight. In regards to dealing with weight, do you realize that your inner emptiness attracts you to things that fill you up? When you are unhappy, discontent, and fed up with things and people, you create a hole within yourself which needs to be filled up. And even with almost eating nothing, you could gain weight or not losing it because you are still unfulfilled. To love oneself unconditionally and all circumstances is a source of food that is always fulfilling. It's called love. Quote, "The only love worthy of name is unconditional." John Powell. End of quote. Dealing with disease. In regards to dealing with disease, do you know that any disease has its own rhythm and vibration, totally unique and individual, and is connected to the sum total of all experiences of an individual? Know that each experience of thought, word, food and habit, emotion, action and reaction also has its individual rhythm and vibration. When you really want to change the course of the disease, you cannot just address the disease, but you need to address your entire being, meaning the sum total of all life experiences. When you realize that the life you led played a great part of causing the disease, why wanting to get that life back again? Why not wanting a different one? Try at least to change as much as possible, and possibly the course of the disease will change. You do not need to feel really dependent on any healthcare promise, or when it is said that there is no cure for you, go definitely the adventure, changing your life in all aspects. Quote, "Liberty means responsibility. That's why most men dread it." George Bernard Shaw. End of quote. Dealing with emotions. In regards to dealing with emotions, realize that each emotion has a vibration, either pleasant or unpleasant. The unpleasant ones, just as the pleasant ones, connect to organs and body systems, affecting them in a good or bad way, depending how you deal with the emotion. The condition of your organs, when they would get negative affected, becomes worse when you have connected them to people, places, and events. By means of this, these emotions come up more than needed and because of their association, really affecting your health. Stop making these associations and just deal with each emotion by itself. And from now on, stay alert what these vibrations do and how they disturb the natural rhythm of life. The arousing of prejudice, pity, anger and similar emotions has nothing to do with the essential facts, but is merely a personal appeal to the man who is judging the case. Aristotle. End of quote. Dealing with business. In regards to dealing with your professional life, do you realize that the way you do business moves into your private life, affecting your health and the health of your family? Higher vibrations are connected to quality products and doing honest business, and lower vibrations are related to fear, competition, and just doing business for the sake of money. Realize that most of your time is spent in doing business, and that these vibrations coming forth of how you live that business life will affect all the other aspects of your life. Quote, "Not in achievement, but in endurance of the human soul does it show its divine grandeur and its alliance with the infinite." Edwin Hubel Chapin. End of quote. Dealing with destructive habits. In regards to dealing with destructive habits and addictions, know that each one of them has an energetic vibration and that all become part of your physical being. It is for that reason that you are attracted to additional destructive habits and addictions that are resonating with those vibrations. Destructive thoughts attract destructive habits and destructive people. You are like magnets, repelling or attracting each other. Destructive habits and addictions result all in a down energy vibration and disturbing the natural rhythms of life inside and outside your body. Look to how many things you are addicted to and start breaking the patterns by working with positive and higher vibrations. Quote, when a monk goes into a tavern, the tavern becomes his cell. When a haunter of taverns goes into a cell, that cell becomes his tavern. Hugh Weary, end of quote. Dealing with studying. In regards to studying, know that each study subject has an energetic vibration, and that the way you study has also a rhythm and vibration, and that all becomes part of your physical being. It is for that reason that you are attracted to others who are resonating with those same vibrations and life rhythms, and that you repel and stay away from others. The sum total of what and how you learn during the course of life is what makes you, on a physical level, who you are today. So when you are appreciative, curious, and learning about interesting and amazing things, and with a positive and attending attitude, you will be around the people of the same kind. You are like magnets, repelling or attracting each other. Quote, enlightenment is not imagining figures of light, but making the darkness conscious. Carl Gustav Jung. Dealing with friendships. In regards to friendships, realize that you attract people like yourself around you because you can only attract that what you are. You are like magnets, repelling or attracting each other. When you do not like the friends you have to change the music within yourself. And you may have to change a lot in order to get to that new music of life. And automatically, the people around you will change. However, it is not for you to judge anybody or anyone. Just use the energy to change yourself. You are the sum total of everything you thought, said, and did. And all of them have an individual rhythm and vibration. Quote, what you are comes to you. Ralph Waldo Emerson, end of quote. Summary beat. Beat, the guiding force of rhythm and vibrations. Mostly, without realizing its deeper meaning, you see things and people attracting or repulsing each other. I am beat, in charge of the balancing force of rhythm and vibration. I remind you that everything in creation has a unique rhythm and vibration, producing audible and non-audible sounds that attract or repel each other, like magnets. I keep you aware that you will attract those vibrations that are within you. So you either attract gentle, loving, magical, and harmonious things, circumstances, and positive people, or you attract the negative and struggle in every aspect of your life. All is a result of what you think, do, and eat. Each thought, food item, and action has a unique rhythm and vibration effect. Summary. Everything in creation has a unique rhythm and vibration, attracting or repelling each other. All these individuals' rhythms and vibrations reacting like the two sides of a magnet. Everything you think, say, eat, and do creates a personal and unique magnet or network and connects with similar magnets or networks and holding you into that network of experiences. You are the sum total of all you have thought, said, and did, and because they are all conditioned, you can choose to recondition them. Recreate your inner magnet and experience a different network. In order to stay aware that you attract or repel only that what you are on an energetic vibrational level, Prepare yourself for the day on how you are going to approach life, others, and situations. And at the end of the day, write down your changes of how you handled things differently by having been exposed to the information about beat. Affirmation. I realize that everything and everybody has an individual and unique rhythm and vibration, and that similar rhythms and vibrations attract each other. Petrus.